key principle in statistical learning theory is the principle of Occam's razor. Now, Occam's razor is the idea that the best models are simple models that fit the data well. And it was named after an English friar and philosopher who said that among hypotheses that predict equally well, we should choose the one with the fewest assumptions. I'm sure he didn't sort of have statistical learning theory in mind when he said that, but that's where that expression comes from. Okay, so let's start with a basic one-dimensional regression model. And this model I have on the screen there, it's not good. It's really overfitted. So it's just not going to generalize well to new points. It just can't predict well. Now, let's say that I have some way to measure model complexity. Okay, and the more complex the models I have, then the more they tend to overfit. And the simpler models, they tend to underfit. Now, this plot is the key to understanding learning theory. If I plot training error, which is this curve over here, then as the models grow more and more complex, the training error continues to decrease because I can just overfit more and more. But at the same time, if I do that, the test error gets worse and worse. If I, on the other hand, underfit, then I won't do well for either training or test. Where I want to go is this sweet spot in the middle here. And the idea of this plot, it holds true for a classification, for regression, whatever. So the idea is the best models are simple models that fit the data well. So what we need is a balance between accuracy and simplicity. Now, Occam probably didn't know optimization, but this would have suited him fine if, I'm guessing, if he were alive now. Okay, so the most common machine learning methods, they choose their function f to minimize training error and model complexity, which aims to thwart the curse of dimensionality. So the curse of dimensionality is that we tend to overfit when we have a lot of features and not as much data. Data needs to increase exponentially with the number of features in order not to sort of have this issue with overfitting. So we're going to choose a model that's both simple, right, low complexity, and has low training error. And this exactly is the principle of Occam's razor. And simplicity is measured in several different ways, and it's usually called regularization in machine learning. So this is the main foundation of machine learning. It's all about creating functions that minimize the loss, but also keeping the model simple. And this is the bottom line, folks. We're going to do this in many different ways throughout the course. Different machine learning methods have different loss functions, and they have different regularization terms. And so as we go on, you'll see more and more inside these machine learning methods because I'll tell you what all of these terms are.